We have been zeroing in on talking to one. We've been laser focused on talking to one insider here. And so let's. All right, I'm gonna get to that in a minute.
Just trying to follow rules, Scott.
I understand. I understand. I'll just the hell with it. What was your favorite synonym? What were you proudest of? Which one?
I think the double negative on the Jazz.
Yeah, they were not going to definitely not take him, whatever it was you said. Yeah. All right. So we knew Atlanta coveted Young, but they didn't want to take him at 3. They wanted to get something for that pick. They do, and Dallas moves up. But who did Dallas have to outbid if they were in a fight with someone?
Well, Orlando had interest in getting 3. They liked Doncic, and the Clippers had been. With their 2 picks, they didn't have quite enough to move all the way to the top. But Dallas had been there at 5. And, you saw it last year, moving up 2 spots in the draft for Philadelphia. It's a big risk. And, Philadelphia may not look back fondly at that Jason Tatum, Markelle Fultz deal. But the Mavericks really believed in Doncic's greatness. And they think he's going to be a star, a kind of a natural heir to the Dirk Nowitzki era. And Travis Schlenk, the Atlanta general manager, got exactly what he wanted. He really coveted Trae Young. Remember, Schlenk was in Golden State with Steph Curry, was there when they drafted him and watched him develop. And I talked to him tonight, and it was really Trae Young's passing that really captivated him, the one-handed, two-handed passes. And he thinks that's going to be, really a building block for this young Hawks team that's in a rebuild, and as you know, they got 2 more players in the first round. Yeah,
and one of them's a Maryland guy that they compare to Klay Thompson. So it's sort of they're hoping it's a version of Golden State. Everyone's trying to be Golden State. All right, so what happened with Porter?
Well, his medical report from that came to teams from that second pro day he had in Chicago. It raised a lot of red flags, and there were a lot of teams who just they weren't willing to take the risk on the long-term questions about him. The Clippers were there at 12 and 13. They had the 2 picks. They looked very hard at him and passed Tim Connolly and Arturas Karnisovas in Denver. Earlier in the day, they felt like there was a real chance Porter would get to them at 14, and they were ready to draft him. They felt like at the back end of the lottery, there's a lot of risk back there. The risk that other players won't be good enough, and they know the talent is there with Michael Porter Jr., and he comes in on a veteran team, a team that will probably be in the playoffs next year, with or without him. This is really a good situation because they don't have to count on Michael Porter Jr. for anything next year in Denver. I think it's a great situation for him, and for Denver, this is their chance to maybe get another young star, to pair with Nikola Jokic.